Good morning, and happy Friday. It is finally Friday morning, y'all. Finally Friday morning. How are we all doing this morning? Good morning, Lisa. Good morning, y'all. How are we? I'm finishing up a mug rug this morning. Let me put this in here right quick. I got one more stitch to do on here right quick. And then we'll get started. How's everybody's day going? How's everybody's day? Finish this up. Get a piece of tape. I need a piece of tape. I was trying to get it finished before we got started this morning, but I didn't get it finished. But we have a request for a rope bowl this morning. So it's Friday. We're doing rope day today. It is Friday. So we have a request. I'll show y'all what we're going to be working on here. Get this going. Make sure it doesn't grab. No, we're good. Okay, so that'll run around there a couple times. Hopefully no chasing dogs this morning, Lisa. Hopefully no chasing dogs this morning. Hopefully. Gone ahead and flipped the camera. That way we can have it correct this morning. Good morning. I did. Do you like? I think I did that yesterday, and I got my nails done yesterday. Went out and came right back in. That's good. Good morning, Shannon. Thank you. Hey, that one finished. So we're going to take that off here. My glasses, I cannot see. We are going to clean my glasses so I can actually see this morning. Hey, yesterday was a really long day in the valley, I'll tell you. Really long day in the valley. Let me get this unhooped. We're going to get this unhooped. We're going to chat for a minute. Happy Friday, yes. Good morning, Jeanette. Good morning. Yes, it is Friday morning. Friday morning, y'all. Good morning. So I'm going to trim this. We're making mug rugs. I have some really cool Halloween mug rugs that I'm going to be doing. Not today. Like I said, today is Friday. Yes, coffee. Get that coffee out, y'all. I need more coffee. I haven't even had a whole cup of coffee. Good morning, Maddie. I haven't even had a whole cup of coffee this morning. So, yeah, now. Good morning. Isn't it fun? We have this fun group of us on here in the mornings. I was going to say a fun group of ladies, but we have a few guys on here, which is awesome too. It is very cool. On your second cup, Miss Lisa. Okay. I warmed mine up. I haven't even had a full cup. So I'm going to trim this and we'll look at this one. And then I'll explain what we're doing today. Because I have a request to make a rope bowl. And so they asked if we could do it on Friday's live. And I'm like, sure. Why not? So I'm going to show y'all what we're going to be doing. They're wanting like a fruit bowl to go on your kitchen table or wherever you put it. I don't know. It could go on, some people put it in their, dining room. Of course, my philosophy is I never understood why you have a dining room and a kitchen table. I never understood that. Growing up, my parents lived at the kitchen table. We had furniture in the living room, but they never used it. So get this flipped out. We'll look at this right quick. I think they just popped that violation warning up just so you know. It literally pops up every live. Pops up there every live. And I think it's just a warning saying, hey, hello. So oh, hey, Lisa, guess what? Good morning, Renee. Good morning. Thank you. The package that was out on a cruise for the last, I don't know what, 6 months, 8 months, however long it's been, finally delivered. Finally delivered. Not to me, even though I changed it to come back to me, but it finally delivered to them, so, which good. All right, mug rug, y'all. Check out that mug rug. Is that not cool? This one turned out cool. I'm loving these mug rugs. I'm going to be posting all these mug rugs I have. I've got quite a few going here. I'm going to work on some Halloween ones. I am going to work on some Halloween because I have to show you the Halloween ones. I have to go this way. I have to show you the Halloween ones that I have that I'm going to be making. This is the this is what we're going to be using today. So we're going to be using this today on that rope bowl because I had a request for this one on the rope bowl. So, and then the lion, and then this one I just did. This one I just did. I'm really liking this one. This one turned out cool. Will do, Miss Lisa. Will do. So I'm loving the transfers, but I have to, ouch. I have to show y'all these transfers I just got. So I check out these, because this transfers, they're like, they're almost like 3D. They are almost like a 3D print. And I seen these and I'm like, oh, the mug rugs I can make with these. The mug rugs I could make with these. So I'm going to be working on some mug rugs this weekend with these. But you have to see, because I'm thinking, because y'all, I found Halloween fabric. And I'm thinking, check this out, right? Because I think, isn't that going to be cute? You've been waiting for your mug rug day. We could do mug rug day next week. How about? Hard to find Indian. What are you looking for? Yeah, so I'm going to be making some of these this weekend. So I think they're going to be gorgeous. So I'm going to get some made. I'll get some. Oh, that fabric. Michaels. Check out Michaels. They are all of a sudden now have all kinds of fabric, y'all. All kinds of fabric. So I found these two yesterday at Michael's. So check them out. And they're pretty good priced. They were pretty good priced. So I have 2 more quilts on order. So those other 2 quilts that I have on order, I'll show you the other ones that I got going here. I have so many going. So I have another Halloween one. I'm going to show you these before we get going. Good morning. Good morning. Check online. You can order online. I'll send you an L. How about that? And then the deer I just did has a bunch of different ones in there too. A bunch of different ones. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. I'll write that down so I don't forget. Either that, shoot me a message. That way I don't forget. I do. So I buy the images on E. And I found this company here in Phoenix, and y'all, I buy them one day, I get them the next day. She literally prints them the day that I buy them. So works out really well. How do you order a window quilt? You mean one that goes in your window, just for on the window there? Are you the one that emailed me? Somebody emailed me. Because I replied back on an email. Let me see. Yes, you're the one that emailed me. So, did you see the image I sent back to you? Good morning, Miss Cynthia. Good morning. Because I sent you, because you're just wanting just a small square to go in, just to hang in the window, right? Just to, like a stained glass. Hold on, hold on. I'm going to pop this off here. And I'm going to show y'all. Scent. Scent, scent, scent. Go back to scent. Come on. I'm going to pull it up and see if this is maybe what you're looking for. Because I know you said flip camera. Is this something that you're looking for like this to hang in your window? Because I know you said stained glass. Because I could do something like this. Okay. Do you know how? Because these I could do, we could do, I mean, how big are we looking? Because that, I mean, that I could do like a fairly good size like this. And then I could put like a hanging on it for you. I mean, I could crochet the hanger or however you want. And then you could have like one of those like suction cup hangers that you could put on your window. Is that what you're looking for? Something like that? That way I can know. So, okay. All right. Tell you what, let me get it made. And once I get it all made, I will create a link on my site and send it over to you. I usually have you guys pay beforehand, but with something like this, I don't mind. So you're on here hanging out with us anyways. So we'll go ahead and call you. I'll call you, Susan. After my, where are you located? I'll call you after my live. Is it okay to call you after my live? I gotta call Miss Lisa first and then I'll give you a call if that works. Okay. Awesome. Because you were wanting some towels too. Okay. So anyways, I have to show you because I have a few of these. Oh my gosh. What do you guys think about these for mug rugs? What do you think about these for putting on top of the mug rugs? I'm like, how perfect is that? How perfect is that? I went down a wormhole with these things. But I have to show you the Christmas ones. I have to show you the Christmas ones. Right? Look at the Christmas ones, y'all. Is that not going to be pretty? We need mug rugs for each holiday season. We need a different mug rug for each season. So these are going to be cute. These are going to be cute. I'm really, really liking these. And there's some different ones on there, right? It's like a 3D print. So on E, if you send me a message of what you're looking for, I can send you the thing for it. I can't say the L word. I can't say the L word. Send me a message. I can tell you exactly where I got them. And I can tell you who printed them for me because she's doing a phenomenal job. She is doing a phenomenal job. Last ones I'm going to show y'all. Oh yeah, I'll have to get me some gold thread with that. Look at these for Christmas. I have a whole thing of different animals on these. A whole thing of different animals on these. And yes. Right? Isn't that the cutest? I'm in love with the barns. Look at this guy. Everybody loves cows. Everybody loves cows. Right? Isn't that cool? Anyways, we should probably get back to going what we're supposed to be doing here. Look at that one. On white denim. What is white denim? Because I print images on here on fabric, but I didn't know that they have a thing, right, Lisa? Doesn't it? I know they have a thing that prints on with the fabric, but I haven't seen denim sheets. Do they have denim sheets? That is cool. Anyways, back to here. We're going to go back to here. I'll get some of those made this weekend. So today, I had a request for a rope bowl with this in the middle of it. With this in the middle of it. They're liking this. So use temporary adhesive spray. White denim. Ooh, I'll have to try that. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Okay. So here is the transfer that we're doing in the middle. We have a flash goal. Let's see what our flash goal is right quick before we get going. Start. We need flowers this morning, y'all. We need flowers. Okay. So this is what we are going to be using. So we're going to be using the clothesline rope because today's rope day. Today is rope day. It's finally Friday. It's finally Friday. So, okay. Where is... So here is this. And they wanted a little brown in with it too. So we're going to throw a little macrame in with it also. So I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're going to go circle. We're going to go circle in the middle, and we're going to go just big enough to go a little bit outside of this one. And we'll get this put in the middle of it. We got to get this put in the middle before we start going up the sides. But once we go up the sides, once we get to the middle, I'm thinking on the middle, we're going to add a few rows of the brown in the middle. So, because they had requested brown in the middle, but I don't think, unless we want to do, because we could totally do, we could do some fall frat. Do you have any orange? Do I have orange instead? Are you the one that ordered it? Are you the one that you are the one that ordered it, aren't you? I do not, but what if we did this? I do not have orange. Ooh, I have this. I have orange and green. I have orange and green. You probably did say orange. It's okay. My bad. My memory is bad, so. My memory is bad. So we could do this. Good morning. Thank you. Or we could do some of this fabric. Either way. Good morning. You get to choose. It's yours, so you get to choose. Because we could do this. This is fun rope. This is a fun rope. And it would match. It would totally match. Let's do the fabric. This one? Okay, so let's cut some of this fabric. We're going to cut some of that fabric. We're going to cut fabric. We'll get the cutter out here. We're going to cut, I'm thinking we're going to cut 1-inch strips, y'all. We are going to cut 1-inch strips. I got a couple. I don't think we're going to need both of them, but we might. We might use the brown to top it off with, maybe. So, because I think it might work. And we're going to do, let me see, because one's, you have to tell me which one of these you want. Good morning, Ray. Good morning. All right, so we have 2 of these. We have this one, which is a bigger one, or the smaller one. I'm thinking the bigger one. Which one do you like? So big or small? Big or small? Big? Okay, we'll go with the big one. Let's get this one. I need more coffee. Coffee. Okay, so we are going to cut, this one's for an order, Mr. Ray, so she gets to choose. Okay. But thank you for always commenting. I did. I got a new haircut. Do you like? So we are going to cut 1-inch strips here. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. So we're going to go, because I had bigger strips last time I did this, and I needed the smaller strips. Where is my, here you are, my ruler. So we're going to go here. We're going to cut a few. I don't know how many we'll need, but we can always come back and use them. So we'll cut 3 of them. I don't think we'll need more than 3. don't think we'll need more than 3. Almost thinking what we could do is when we do, we could actually do the bottom, put the wolf in the middle of it, and then right after we put the wolf, take and do a strip around it of this, and then go back to the white again, and then start going up, and then when we get to the middle, add some more of this onto the middle. What do you think? Thinking that actually might not be a bad idea. What do you think? Good morning. Good morning. Do you like that idea? I think that'll be pretty. That way it kind of makes it pop. Kind of makes it pop there, so. Did I miss you? What comment did you say? Oh, oops. I like how you have the fabric in between on. Hold on. Let me look. Well, let me look at the other bowls we have. Because we have, the only one I'm thinking that you have on this one. So I'm thinking you're saying this one right here, right? Get this way. Is this the one you're talking about? No, it had small sections of colors. Small sections of colors. Da-doom, da-doom, da-doom. Like this one that's got the small sections here. Okay. Is this what you're kind of looking for? Is something like this that we can add? Because I can just go add a strip here, add a strip here. We can just kind of off kilter it all the way around and just be like, okay, we're sewing, here's a piece. We're sewing, here's a piece. Okay. We can do that. Oh my gosh, that'll be fun. That's going to make it fun. So we're going to have to, what we'll have to do on the bottom. So we're going to have to make it all white on the bottom. That way we can put that transfer on the bottom, get it pressed on there. But once we start going up, we can start adding pieces. We can start adding pieces. So awesome. Okay. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's have some fun. All right, Miss Lisa, I'll call you after I get off the live, Miss Lisa. I will call you once I get off the live. Okay, so here we go. So let's go to the sewing table, y'all. Let's go to the sewing table. So I'm thinking, white. Do we want white? I'm trying to think. Do we want white thread or do we want like an orange thread? Because I'm almost thinking, do we want this? Because we could have this and make it pop on the thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. Okay, so we're gonna go with this. We are gonna go with that. So let me find an orange, because I have a few bobbins. Hold on, I'm looking for bobbins, y'all. Hold on. I have to show you guys this. So I've literally, I found bobbins. So I've literally used a, flip the camera. So I have reutilized this is for your K-cups. That is for your K-cups. So what I did is I used it for my bobbins. I used it for my bobbins. So thanks for the taps, y'all. Thanks for the taps and thanks for hanging out. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be driving in about 30 minutes. Okay. All right. I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. I think it'll be okay. If not, we'll just remake. If not, we'll just remake. But I think you'll like it. I think we'll have some fun. Okay. We are going to the sewing table, and I think I got scissors over there. I got scissors over there, so let's go have some fun with rope, y'all. Let's go have some fun with rope. I'm going to take my coffee, and I'm going to put it back on the ice section behind here. It's for fruits and veggies anyways. Awesome. Fruits and veggies. Fruits and veggies. Okay. I'm coming behind you, so you guys are going to get flipped here in a minute. You're going to get flipped here in a minute. And I just dropped a bobbin. So we're coming back this way. Coming back this way. Okay. I would never have thought to put a transfer on a rope, but I don't know. It just, I don't know. I have these transfers and I'm like addicted to the transfers all of a sudden. So, with the transfers, I've been having so much fun with these transfers, y'all. So I've making mug rugs. I've got quilts made with them because this is just a transfer on your shirt. This is just a transfer on your shirt and you're able to wash it and everything. So, yeah, it's spinning right around. Right? I keep spinning y'all. I keep spinning y'all. So, but why can't you use, I mean, you use transfers on shirts and you wash those all the time. It has no issues. So why not use them on quilts? So I've started using them on quilts and having fun with them. I have started using them on quilts and having fun. Why not? I don't know. I think outside the box sometimes. Well, okay. I think outside the box a lot. So, all right. So we're going to get started here. We are going to get started. Sorry, we're getting a slow start here. I apologize this morning. I apologize. Okay. So we're going to load. We're going to use this color thread. We're going to get this loaded here. I'm going to turn y'all here so you can see. We're going to get this loaded. Get that thread. Going to load the orange thread. Get that loaded. And we're going to put bobbin. I know that's not what that's used for, but you know what I use it for. Oh well, it works. Put that in there. Okay, so we're going to put that right there. And then we are going to open up. So we're doing a rope bowl. We're using clothesline rope. Clothesline rope is what we're using. You can get those at Wally World, local hardware store, anywhere. New craft unlocked. Come on, open up. Open up. Open it, open it. So, and y'all, the rope you get is fairly cheap on the rope. Doesn't cost too much for rope. So, all right, here we go. I'll take that. Thank you for the heart, me. Thank you, thank you. Okay. I don't know. I hate flying. I hate flying. So, probably not, but I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Can you? Absolutely. Absolutely. You can totally use paracord. You can use paracord. You can use macrame. You can use pretty much any cord you want. I have used pretty much all kinds of cords. Hold on, let me show you a bowl. Where's that? I have an orange bowl somewhere. I have an orange bowl that I did paracord with. It's right here. Hold on, I'll show y'all. It should be in the stock right here somewhere. I don't know what I did with it. It's there somewhere. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it. There it is. So that's paracord. This one's made with paracord. Works out really well. So, do you use a heavy duty? No, I don't actually, because the rope is just cotton. A lot of your rope's just cotton and it stitches out really well. So I just use my universal needle. So isn't that cute? Isn't that cute? So, all right. So we are going to go back and go sewing. We're going to move you over. We got to change out. You're very welcome. You are very welcome. Ask any questions you want. Ask any questions you want. Yes, absolutely. You can use a denim needle. So I just find the universal needle is what I use for everything. It makes it where I don't have to change it out for everything I do. So I do so many different crafts. So we're going to take that screwdriver. Like I said, when I switch out these, I just give my, just a little bit of a snug. Just a little bit of a snug. So I put it on with your hand tight, and then you take that screwdriver, just a snug, just a little bit. That way it doesn't pop off. That way it doesn't pop off. So we're going to take our rope, and we're going to do a circle one. So on the circle one, we are going to do, so we're going to go kind of go in a circle here. Go in a circle here. I found cording. Oh my gosh. Oh, awesome. That'll be cool. It's funny. You run across things. You're like, oh, I bet I could do something with that. I bet I could do something with that. Isn't that cool? That's fun. Isn't it fun? Look at that. I was like, she's like, do you want Halloween? And I'm like, sure. Why not? We're going with Halloween. And I'm loving the colors. So fun, fun, fun. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So you want to get like a circle made here, and you want to make sure, and I know I always say this and I say it multiple times. Sorry, I repeat myself. But you want to make sure when you load it in your machine, thank you so much. You are so sweet. Thank you. So you want to make sure when you load it in your machine that it's turning the same way as that foot. So let me show you here. So, or the feed dog. So on here, you have your feed dog. Thank you very much for the hurt me. The feed dogs sit there and do this. They sit there and do this, and they pulls that fabric to the back. So when you load this in here, it's going to curve this way. It's going to start curving this way. So you want to make sure, because if you put it in here like this and it started curving this way, it's going to unroll that rope. It's going to unroll that rope. So you want to put it in here, and you're going to turn it this way. So you have that circle already turned around here, and you want to make sure it's loaded this way. That way, when it starts going down that way, it'll start pulling that thread. So now what we're going to do is we're going to come across and we're going to stitch across this. That way we can get this stitched closed here. Get this stitched closed. And I'm going to move y'all just a little bit closer. Let's see if I can move you a little bit closer here. There we go. So we're going to stitch across and make sure we're not going too fast here. And we need to change my stitch I got going here too. I'm just going to go ahead and use a straight stitch across here right quick. That way we can, and then we're going to change that stitch. And yes, we're going to the blanket stitch. We are going to the blanket stitch. My go-to stitch for everything under the sun, I've decided. So, all right, so we're going to stitch around here. Come across here. Just want to make sure that you get this stitched up so it stays together. And then once we get that, we will start going across. I'm going to come back and I'm going to come across one more time here. And on this, you are literally letting the feed dog, we are making a rope bowl. Good morning, Vicki. we are making a rope bowl this morning. So we have a request for a rope bowl. So it's gonna be pretty cool because we're putting a wolf in the middle of it, and then we're gonna have fabric that comes on the other sides as we go around it too. So, but as you see how that feed dog is just pulling it. So you're using this other hand over here just to keep it directed in there, and those feed dog just pull it right along for you. And I have the foot centered in between those two pieces of rope. It's in between the two pieces of rope there, and then it has the center stitch, and then it goes and grabs both sides and kind of pulls it together there. And that way, and that's where you keep it centered on there. We'll stop here in a minute and I'll show y'all as we're going. You'll be able to see exactly how it's stitching on there. The colored thread's going to be kind of fun. The colored thread's going to be kind of fun. And you don't want to push, you don't want to pull, you just want to let those feed dog pull it around for you. Just let the feed dog pull it around for you. You just use that hand to keep it in line there. And I'm sorry if I'm missing your comments. I'll grab the comments here in a minute because we're going to stop and I'm going to show you all these stitches here. I'm going to show you all the stitches on how it works there. We're going to stop there and I'm going to cut that and I'm going to show y'all exactly how it is. So as you can see, you see how it just stitches all the way around, and it literally, it's stitching in between the rope, and then it's going and grabbing both sides, and it kind of squishes it together as it does that stitch, Thank you, Miss Amy. Thank you. So is that not cool? That one's cool. So very cool. All right. I am using my favorite stitch. Yes, I am using my favorite stitch. Yes, the orange looks really good, right? The orange looks really good. So I'm excited. And I'm thinking we may add fabric to the bottom of it. Give it a bottom. Yes, it's rope day. Rope day, rope day. And Miss Amy, I found some gorgeous fabric for your quilts that we have to do. What's a blanket stitch? Let me show you what a blanket stitch is. Let me show you what a blanket stitch is. I will flip this camera around. So on a blanket stitch, this is the machine I'm using. Every machine is a little different. Every machine's just a little bit different. If I have time, I'll show you that fabric there, Miss Amy. So that 3-18 is your blanket stitch. And this is a double blanket stitch is what they call it. So, and I increased the width up to 7 millimeters on there. I increased that width up to 7 millimeters. So on this stitch, you'll see, you see how you have that center stitch right there? And then you have it goes off to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. I feel like I'm back in the military marching. Your left, your left, your left, right. Anyways, I'll shut up. So what you do is when you have it in here, so you have it in here, and remember when you have it in here, you're going to make sure that looks like a ladder. It does, right? It does. So you have it in here and you're going to make sure, because your feed dog move back and forth and it pulls that fabric back. And when you have it in here, you have it centered. You have it centered on that foot. You have it centered on that foot right there, right in the middle. Cynthia. Flashbacks, flashbacks, flashbacks. So I was in charge of my platoon, and needless to say, I was always singing cadence. So I think they did that intentionally because I just sounded funny singing cadence. So it was hilarious. So thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. So we're going to go back there and we're going to be covering this up. We'll be covering the middle up. So I'm not too worried about that. Good morning. Good morning from Georgia. Good morning from Georgia. Well, thank you, Miss Amy. Thank you. Thank you. So we're going to get back in here and we're going to get big enough. And let me put this foot down because I want to grab that wolf because we need to get big enough to put him in the middle. We're going to put him in the middle. So he's going to be gorgeous. That is going to be gorgeous in the middle of there. That's going to be gorgeous. So right? I don't know. I can sit and listen to him. I can just sit and listen to him. There's somebody that I've seen online. He hasn't popped up in a while. But he put an album out, actually, of singing cadences, and he's really good at it, too, so. going around. We'll get big enough for the wolf here. And then once we get big enough for that, we'll go back over to the table, get him pressed on there. And then once we get him pressed on there, we're going to start adding fabric. We are going to start adding fabric pieces. I think it'll be kind of cool. And what she's planning on doing for this is using it for a fruit bowl. So that'll be awesome. I mean, you can pretty much use these for anything. Pretty much use them for anything, so. And literally, I'm just holding this here, and I'm using this hand right here to kind of direct the rope. So you're using, I mean, you could do one finger here. You're just keeping it right under that foot is all you're doing. And then this one, you're just kind of directing the rope to make sure it stays kind of snug to the rope. That stitch is going to pull it together, but you want to kind of keep it where it's right there. So you let your machine is your workhorse. Your machine is literally your workhorse. And if you have a zigzag stitch, we're using a blanket stitch on here, but if you have like a zigzag stitch or anything like that, you can do this. You don't have to have a special machine for this. You just have to have some kind of stitch, like your zigzag stitch or something like that, that will go and grab both pieces of fabric. That way it'll grab both pieces of fabric, or rope, both pieces of rope, I guess you could say, not fabric, but keep going, just keep sewing, just keep sewing. Fun, fun, fun. I'm loving the orange. Orange was a good idea. The orange is going to make it pop, especially when we add that other fabric into here. Once we add that other fabric in here, it's really going to pop here, guys. I said, your machine, I mean, I'm literally just letting the machine do the work. Isn't it cool how that works? I mean, I'm sewing with my fingertips. Sewing with my fingertips here, y'all. Anyways, I get excited. I get excited. It's amazing what a sewing machine will do. It's completely amazing what that sewing machine will do. Okay, keep stitching. We gotta go. I want to make sure that we get it quite a ways past that. It's gonna be gorgeous on there. That is gonna be gorgeous on there. I think I sit and yacked too long this morning, didn't I? I think I yacked too long this morning. Sometimes I get in a talking frenzy and it's like, oh, hey, talk. We're going to see, I'm going to show y'all how we interweave those fabrics up the bowl. It's going to be kind of cool. And it's fairly easy. You just got to remember which way you're going with that rope there. And we have 3 strips, so I think that'll work pretty well. I think that's going to work pretty well. Let's see, let's stop here. So like I said, we are adding this. I am using, where are we at? Clothesline rope. Clothesline rope is what I'm using here. You can get it at Wally World or wherever. So that is the rope we're using. And then we're going to add this to the middle. We need to go a little bit further. We need to go a little bit further because this is what we're adding to the middle there. Chat away, Miss Cynthia. Ah, fun times, right? I'm almost thinking, I'm wondering if I need, I don't know. Good morning, good morning. Thanks for joining, y'all. Thank you for joining. So we're gonna go a couple more times. My rope is, sometimes your rope, it's like I have a handle on my sewing table here, and sometimes my rope gets all messed up here. I'm excited to have my nails done again. It's been quite a long time since I've had my nails done, so. I think we'll go a couple more times around here. And then I think that should be good. Thinking here, y'all. Just keep stitching. I think I'm gonna make a mug rug with Dory on it. That's gonna be my mug rug. Just keep stitching, just keep stitching. Or maybe I could do a sewing machine. A fun sewing machine, cartoon sewing machine that just says just keep stitching. I can tell, oh, that's, see, now I'm getting ideas. See, this is what happens, is I just get these ideas. Put this one in the middle here. Da-doom, da-doom. Okay, I think we have enough here, guys. I think we have enough here. Because what we're going to do is we are going to, these would make cute, absolutely, Nicole. That would make totally cute coasters. Totally cute. So we're going to put this in the middle. Once we get this in the middle, we're going to take that fabric and we're going to come up the side. So we're going to start curving this into a bowl, but we're going to take this fun fabric that we have. We're going to take this fun fabric and we're going to kind of loop it into the bowl as it comes up the side. I'm going to show y'all how to do that. It's kind of a new way that I kind of figured out, and I don't even remember how I figured it out. But I don't know. But so we're going to try this. We are going to try this. So we're going to go back over to y'all going on spinning. We are making a rope bowl this morning. So we're going to go back to the pressing mat. We're going to get this pressed on here right quick, and then we'll come back to the sewing machine. So I'm going to spin y'all around. Y'all are going spinning again. Here we come. We're going spinning. Spinning. Okay. There we go. I'm going to move that one. That one. Turn you on. Turn you on. Da-doom. Da-doom. Come say hi, honey. I tell him come say hi. We'll see if he does. Spin me right around. Oh my gosh, I love that song. Isn't that a good song? I did. I got my haircut. I am loving the haircut, and I love the color. Can you guys see the color? I don't know if you can see the color. I am loving. Let's go back this way. Look at the color, guys. She put in like highlights and stuff, and I'm in love with it. So thank you. I appreciate it. I went back to my lady that was my lady for years and years, and finally, and I'm like, yes, good morning with your coffee. So thank you. I'm excited. I did that and my nails. I got my nails done yesterday. So, well, thank you, Miss Debbie. You always look gorgeous too, Miss Debbie. So sorry, I'm in a talkative mood this morning. Tell me to shut up. Be like, hey, Carrie, let's keep going here. Okay. So You want to make sure that when you put, if you're adding anything to your rope, you want to make sure that you're adding it on the right side. So remember, we are rolling this way. We are rolling this way when it's in the machine. So you want to make sure that you get your transfer. Like I said, this is a transfer. You want to make sure that you put that transfer on the right side. That way, when you go back to continue stitching, it'll continue stitching it this way. I did not, Miss Amy. I did not. It took me all day. So thank you. So I didn't get home till what it was. Oh my gosh. I think it was like 6:30 last night, 7 o'clock. I don't know. So it took, so my hair appointment went from 10 o'clock all the way to a little after 1 o'clock. So I completely spoiled myself yesterday. 7. Yes. I think it was around 7. Yeah. I completely spoiled myself yesterday. Poor Cynthia. I scared Cynthia because I was so busy getting it done and I didn't see the messages from her. And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, oh my gosh. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to come over here. See, you guys get me going on a possible to, I don't know, possibly. I've never done yeah, that word that I can't say. So, I've never done that. My friend here, across the way has, one of those printers. I may have to try it. I don't know how it works. I might have to try that. I may have to get with her and be like, hey, let's have some fun with that. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So we're going to take and we're going to press this on here. So I'm going to put, kind of center it here. Center here. Yeah. Get him pressed down. Get him pressed down. And y'all, this company is phenomenal. So if you want to know where I get them printed from, let me know. I sent them a message the other day and I told them, I was like, I want to give you guys a shout out, but they haven't got back to me. So I'm like, well, I can't give you a shout out if you don't get back to me. But anyways, we're gonna put that there and I'm gonna take, you always want to take another piece of fabric. Once you've pressed it on there, you want to take another piece of fabric on top of that and press it again. That just makes it sit into there and it doesn't come off. It doesn't come off. And then that way you can take and actually iron this. Because the other one you're just pressing. This one you're iron it on there. Look at that. That is going to be gorgeous. They had a good idea. They had a good idea with this one. They make a spray to make things have, hold on, let me go back to that comment. What did it say? They make a spray to have yeah, that isn't made. Oh, huh. Okay. Hey, we may have to try something someday. I don't know. I don't really have time for it. So, or not time. I don't have room. So this is going to be cool. So now what we're going to do, is we're going to add fabric. We're going to start looping fabric. So what I need to do, we're going to have to do it from, because what we're going to do is, let me show y'all. Because we're going to take this fabric and I'm going to cut it in half. I'm going to cut it in half because we're going to have 6. We're going to have 6 strips. I'm going to cut this in half and I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do. So we're going to start here. You're going to start here. You're going to start right here. Miss Carrie, I would like to stay with your... yeah, that is a whole rabbit hole, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is you're going to kind of wrap it around here like this. And then you're going to leave it off. You're going to leave it hanging to this side. You're going to leave it hanging to this side because what happens is you're going to come around. You're going to, when you get to the other side, and then it's going to loop over the top. So, but we are going to add, I think, about 6 of these across. Oh my gosh, hot. Across there. Fan. I'm going to turn that fan on. Get some airflow in here. Ugh. Hot flashes, y'all. So we're going to get that. And then what we'll do, drink water. Yes, I need to drink water. Yes. I need to go get my glass. I'll go get my glass. So we have that. Oops. We have that. So let's go back to the sewing table, y'all. And when we go back there. I'm going to go grab my water, Miss Cynthia. I'm going to grab my water when we go back there. Thanks for the reminder. Thanks for the reminder. Okay, back that way. Back that way. And y'all are going to spin again. Y'all are going to spin again. So I'm excited about this one. This one is going to be pretty. This one is going to be pretty. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Stay there. Stay there. Come back this way. I'm spinning y'all again. Spinning, spinning, spinning. Okay. Thanks for the share. Let me grab my, I'm going to grab my water right quick. Hold on. Hold on, please. It's hot back there, honey. That tastes good. Water, water, water. Gotta drink your water. Okay, here we go. So now let's see. You did shirts for years. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, and that's why I get these. They're y'all. I can't even really say the price, but shoot me a message and I can let you know because it's pretty daggum cheap. Pretty cheap. So thank you for the shares. Thanks for the shares. Okay, so now what we're going to do, like I said, we're going to do, I'm going to double this one because this is going to end up a fruit bowl. I think she said she's going to do a fruit bowl with this. So we're going to add strips here. Getting them started is the hardest part. Getting them started is the hardest part here, y'all. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mark. So we want to do one here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me get, I can just do clips. I'm going to do clips. We're going to do clips because I want to mark exactly where I want to put, because we have 6 pieces of fabric here that we're going to add. 6 pieces of fabric. And I want to put a clip because I want them fairly even. I want to make sure that we have room for all 6. If we don't have room for all 6, we don't have to do all 6, but I'm thinking we will. 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I count? I don't know. Can I count? So we're going to put another one here. And another one here. So that it's fairly even. Fairly even. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need to go over some because that's actually our 6 here. So that's our 6. Go. Try to make them fairly even. They'll grow as we go around the thing. They're going to grow out a little bit. So, okay. So now I have a clip exactly where I'm going to be putting the piece of fabric. Awesome. I'm glad you're loving it. So there's a clip where we're going to put the piece of fabric. So first piece of fabric we're going to put, I'm going to grab this piece of fabric. And what we're going to do is we're going to just wrap it around here. And we're going to leave it out. We're going to leave this hang to the outside. You're going to leave it hang to the outside. Thank you very much for the heart me. Leave that one hang out to the outside. So we'll do that one. Then we'll get over here and then we'll add this one. Like I said, this first stitch, 1 inch, it's a 1 inch strip. This is a 1 inch strip on here. So we're going to go, like I said, you're just going to kind of loop it around here because it'll grab that stitch. It'll grab that stitch. So you're just going to just literally add right there. So yeah, just 1 inch. So, and then we'll just keep going around. So let's get this first row. We're going to see if we can get this first row here. I'm going to move y'all a little bit in here. That way you can see a little bit more. There we go. And I'm going to move that. We will move that. Okay. And here comes the tricky part, y'all. Here comes the tricky part. So remember, you're coming around this way. So I'm going to move that one because that clip is this one. So you're going to just feed it right there. So you see how it just has, it's just right there on that top piece of fabric. And you're going to leave this out of here. Thanks for the follow. Thanks for the follow. So let me get, I'm going to turn that speed down just a little bit because we would just want to stitch across right here. Just get it connected. So we get that one connected. And then we're going to come across here. I want to make sure that I stitch because we're going to go right to there. Stitch around there. So now I'm going to grab another piece of fabric. And these are going to get interwoven. Interwoven, is that the word? Interwoven. So we're going to add that one there. Come around here. Grab another piece of fabric. Oops, not those. Don't grab those. Leave those alone, Carrie. Okay, grab this one. We're going to stitch across here. Come around. I'm trying to do them kind of even here. Kind of even. Go a little bit further here. Right there. And grab another piece of fabric. Like I said, these are going to be more or less, once you see the next step, you'll see how this works. You'll see how this works. It works kind of cool. It's kind of cool how it works. Instead of actually wrapping the rope or the fabric around the rope, you're going to more or less braid it into the rope. Kind of. I guess it's kind of like braiding. Kind of like braiding. Come across this way. Come across this way. Okay, we're going to stop right there. We're going to grab another. We've got, no, we got more? No. We may have to cut a couple more strips. I don't know. We'll see what we've got going here. See what we've got going. We'll see how, once we get to here, I'm hoping this is enough because we only have, no, I think it's going to be fine. I need to make sure I'm not sewing these strips. Not sewing these strips here. I think we're okay. Because I got one more strip here. One more strip. Okay, so this one is going to go right here. Okay. So I'm going to take this off here and I'm going to kind of explain what we're going to do. I'm kind of explain what we're going to do here. Trying to tighten you up there. It's kind of moving. Okay. So now, so we've got all these on here. Look at that. Ha ha. But what we're going to do now, so we've added these on here. So this one we went over the top, but now what we're going to do is we're going to come across here, and when we come across, we're going to go across the top. We're going to go across the top on this one. That way, when it goes, and then when we come back around the other way, we're going to go around the bottom. That gives you your pieces of fabric. That gives you your piece of fabric there. We just have to make sure that we remember which one we're going. So, trying to think. Yeah, I think we're going to do it that way. So, we're going to do it that way. It's kind of a cool way to add the fabric straps. So that almost looks like, what do you call that? A baby mobile? A baby mobile? I think it's a baby mobile. I think that's what it's called. Going up diagonal. I don't know if I could do that. I would have to figure that one out. Okay. So now, mobile, dream catcher. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. And you want to make sure, because we're going to start curving up here. We're going to start curving up. We're going to do, I think we're going to do one more thing around. We're going to do one more loop around. and then we're going to start picking it up into a bowl. Start picking it up into a bowl here. Go that way. I don't need clips anymore. Put the clips in there, the rope. I'm going to move all my stuff here, y'all, because it's going to get interesting. Okay, so we're going to come back around this way. You always want to make sure that you're not sewing that either. So now we've gone over the top with that. So like I said, we're going to take, and sorry, I repeat myself all the time. I repeat myself all the time. And I don't realize I do until somebody says, why are you repeating yourself? Well, maybe I'm repeating myself just to make sure that I understand what I'm doing. Who knows? So what we're going to do is, so we went underneath the first time. We're going to go over the top this time. We're going to go over the top this time. So we're going to stitch around. And as we come around here, just going to stitch right over the top of that. It's going to stitch right over the top of that. And then when we come back around the other side, you're going to go underneath. You will go underneath next time. So we're going to come across. Like I said, you can add rope to your projects, or fabric to your projects by rope or wrapping the rope, which gives it a different character. But this is kind of fun. This one's kind of fun. So we're going over the top, y'all. We're going over the top of the fabric there, and then our next round, we will come underneath the fabric. We will come underneath that fabric. You always want to make sure that you're not stitching the fabric too when you're coming around. So we're coming over the top. Over the top here. Sorry if I'm missing comments, y'all. Sorry if I'm missing comments. We're going to do this one, and then we're going to start picking it up, getting it into a bowl here. Just want to add just a few of these on the bottom. Let me cut this off here and I'll show y'all. I'm going to show y'all what it looks like. Show you what it looks like. So this way, see how it adds the piece of, and then we just keep, you put the rope over the top, then you put the rope underneath, rope over under the top, underneath. And then, because now we're going to start curving up. Now we're going to start curving up. And the way you curve up is you hold this up on the side of it. Seems a little crazy. Seems a little crazy to do that, but it works out. It does work out, y'all. So, and I think this one's going to be cool. I think this one is going to be cool, y'all. So, okay, cool. Very cool. Glad it's making sense. That is my total goal, is to help you guys out. To help y'all out. I love to teach. I love to teach. So, this is my total goal in life. To help people out. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Okay. So now we're going to come this way. Like I said, now we want to go under. We're going to go under. But like I said, you're going to pick this up. When you pick it up, it's going to start curving it around that edge. It'll start curving it around that edge when you're doing that. So we have this one, and we went over the top last time. So now we're going to go underneath that piece of fabric. Going to go underneath that piece of fabric. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clip once we get past that. That way I know which one to start going over the top next time. So we're going to come here, and like I said, we're going to pick it up like this. Pick it up like this. This is where it gets interesting is when you gotta pick it up. Get that one. You can go underneath. I'm gonna put a clip on that one. That way I know that I need to go the other way there. Underneath on that one. Stop there with that one. Underneath. Takes a little bit longer. Did I go the wrong way? Almost thought I went the wrong way. No. This one you got to kind of pay attention to what you're doing once you're doing these. Stop. Move that one that way. Bring that over the top. And when it starts curving up the sides, it'll be cool. It's going to be cool how this works. That one. I think this is a good fabric choice. Good fabric choice. Good idea on the orange. Good idea on the orange. Sometimes you got to remind me. Sometimes I don't see. So we got one more to go over the top. One more to go over the top, and then we're going to go down underneath. Then we'll go down underneath. I'm going to go here. So on this one, I have this one marked with my clip. That way I know that this one is going to start going the other way. So now we've gone underneath. So now we're going to bring that rope over the top. We're going to bring that rope over the top. And that way it'll just keep coming. And we'll put a clip on that one too. That way we remember that one needs to go underneath when we get to the other side. Clip there, clip you. I'm a clipping you, and we're coming over the top here, over the top with that rope. And keep holding this up, because as you keep holding it up, it will keep curving up here, y'all. It will keep curving up. Move that. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's not too bad to do. It's just watching the process of it. I said, I'm like an eyes, if I can see it done, and I try to explain it as best as possible for y'all, as best as possible. But it's fairly easy. It's just kind of tedious. It's fairly easy, so I'm glad you're liking it. I am glad you're liking it. And you'll have to try it. You're gonna have to try this. So, rope over the top here. Keep holding it up, because if you keep holding it up, it's going to start curving. It will start curving up here, y'all. So when I get past that point, I just kind of throw the piece of fabric to the back, and then get ready for your next one there. To-doom. I have a macrame rope. I think I might try it with that. Macrame totally works. Macrame totally works. How long are the strips? So the strips are, what I did is, and I don't know the exact, so I took the width of the fabric, cut a 1-inch strip, and then I cut those strips in half. So whatever the width of the fabric is, cut in half. Sorry, I didn't measure. I'm bad. I don't really measure. I just go with the whim of it. So I apologize. And this is starting to curve into a bowl, y'all. I can see it starting to curve. So pretty much the length of your strips is however big a bowl you want. We're not going to use all of these strips because that would be a really big bowl. So we'll probably only use about half of the strips. So, but it'll give you strips to use for next time. It'll give you strips. So now we've gone, get this here. This is looking pretty cool, y'all. This is looking pretty cool. That's what we're going to do. So we're down. So here's that clip. So we know that we need to go back over the top instead of underneath now. So we're going back over the top now instead of underneath. I'm going to leave that clip on there because that's our starting point. And that's just my thing I do. Just my thing that I do on there. Come across there. Go to the next one. Flip that over. We're going to flip that back there. So we're coming over the top. Coming over the top here. Da-doom, da-doom. Okay, we'll get you. And then you just keep going this process until it's as big as you want. You keep going around the processes until it's as big as you want here. Bring this over the top. So I have just a universal, I just use a universal needle. Just a universal needle is what I'm using. So that is the one that I'm using. I use the same needle pretty much for everything, y'all. Pretty much for everything. Because this rope stitches really easy. It stitches really easy. I used some other rope a couple weeks ago, and that one kind of broke some needles. So, but it was a heavier duty needle. Was it heavier or not heavier duty needle? Heavier duty rope. So, depending on the rope you use, you got to be careful. So. This way. So now we're back to this one again. So now we're going to come underneath. Come back underneath, and you just keep going across the thing, and it just keeps growing here. I think it's going to be cool on here. So sorry if I'm missing your comments, y'all. Sorry if are you on? Oh, you're talking to somebody else. So okay, so we go here. Like I said, we have that clip on there on the marker so we know which one we're doing here. So that's your starting point. That way you know you need to come back over or under. Put that one that way, and we're coming over this time, taking the rope over. Almost went the wrong way, the rope. Wrong way. Rope's going over. And this is just clothesline rope, y'all. But you can use, I mean, there's so many different options. So many different options. I know Miss Cynthia was dyeing her rope with that RIT dye that you can get. And she's made some, she sent me some pictures of some pretty, really pretty rope bowls she's made. So, really pretty. Are you going to be on tomorrow? No. I will not be on tomorrow. So that was like a pop one. Isn't the wrong side of the fabric going to show on? Yeah, but it's okay. It's going to be here. Let me show you. So with this fabric, it's kind of cool. It's still, it's just kind of like an abstract of the fabric. So I like the way it looks that way. You could do a double strip, and then on the double strip that you would have it up both ways. Yeah, use batik and it's no worries. Right, exactly. So, but y'all, look at this. Look what it's turning out to be. That is turning out to be gorgeous, y'all. Thank you for the heart me. Thank you for the heart me. So yeah, so you can totally do it two different ways. You have different options, or use a batik. But I like the off color on the back. That way, just a little bit different. So yeah, absolutely. Awesome. I'm glad you're loving it. I am glad. This is Sugar Cane's. This is her bowl. So she got to choose. Thank you. I'm in love with it. Okay. So we're going to keep going. So rope's coming over the top. Rope is coming over the top here. Beans, I took a break. I'm taking a drink of coffee. Get a drink of coffee, y'all. Drink of water. I'm going to drink of water too. Deidre. Well, Miss Deidre. See, I'm going to try and, I try to remember all y'all's names. So very nice to meet you, Deidre. Very nice to meet you. And anybody that doesn't know my name is Carrie. I know it says Chickadee Treasures. My name is Carrie. So hi to everybody. Get a drink of water. Put you down there. Okay. So now we're going to keep going. We are going to keep going. We got to keep stitching here, y'all. We got to keep stitching. So we're going, rope's going over the top. So we're going to keep going here. Get that one. Like I said, once you get past that one, you go to your next one. Get it ready to go. String here. All right, here we go. Right over there. I'm excited. This one's turning out gorgeous. Really, I love fall colors. Fall colors are just gorgeous. Okay, so now we're back to that starting one. When you get back to the starting one, you're going the opposite way. So this one we were going under, so now we take that fabric over. There. So, and you can use as small or as big as strips as you want on this. As small or as big as strips as you want. So. Throw that one back this way, and then we're going to come over the top here. There we go. That one. And come over this way. Just keep stitching, just keep stitching. It's kind of weird. First time I made one of these, you're holding it up and you're like, it's not turning into a bowl. Y'all, just keep stitching because you got to take a couple loops around. You take a couple loops around, it'll start looking like a bowl. Because when you first start, you're like, this is not a working. That's what my friend and I, Abby and I, her and I did this the first time. Her and I did it on a live, or not on FaceTime. And we were like, this is not working. And then finally we're like, oh, it is working. It did work. This is a cool way to do a rope bowl, y'all. This is a cool way to do a rope bowl. You give it some character. Give it some character, y'all. So now we're back to our marker. We're going to move that clip down a little bit. Back to our marker. So now the rope's coming back over the top. Now the rope's coming back over the top. We're going to speed that stitch up a little bit too. Because once you start going, you can speed your stitch up. Over the top. Over the top. This is going to be such a pretty bowl, Miss Deidre. You do need to post yours, Cynthia. Yours are gorgeous. Yours are gorgeous. Coming over here. If y'all are just joining, we are working on a rope bowl and we're interweaving. Hey, that was a good word, right? Interweaving. Interweaving the fabric into the rope bowl. So, and it's kind of fun. It's a fairly easy process doing it. It turns out very, very gorgeous. Very gorgeous. Is that correct verbiage? Sometimes I'm like, I don't know if I said that correctly or not. It's okay. I think it's kind of curving, but that's okay. So now we're back to the start again. We're coming back over the top. We are coming back over the top. It's kind of cool how this works. And it just, I'm excited. Excited. Get back there. I throw the piece off to the side that way. Makes it a little easier when you get into the other one. We probably could have had one more strip in here, but it still looks cool. It still looks cool because I get a little bit of a wider opening over here, but that's okay. I think it still looks cool. Go that way. I paint that, yeah. Keep yakking for me there, Miss Cynthia. So if I just keep yakking over here, I can sit and tell stories. We can make it story day. We could have story day. I guess, so we're in, where I live, we had pretty much, they claimed it as a natural disaster here a couple weeks ago. And now everybody's freaking out because this weekend, starting this afternoon, that rain is coming back. The rain is coming back again. And my husband said there's 2 storms actually headed towards us. So I'm praying that that flood does not hit us again. Praying that flood does not hit us again, hopefully. So now we're back to that start again. So now we're going to go over the top with the rope. We're going to go over the top with that rope. We're just going to use the whole 50 foot. We are going to use that whole 50 foot of this rope because I think that'll be a pretty good size fruit bowl for you. Be a pretty good size fruit bowl. And it'll be a one of a kind there, Miss Deidre, because nobody else will have one like it. Nobody else will have one like it. So it'll be kind of cool. Kind of cool. That's the nice thing, because pretty much anything I make, I don't ever make anything else the same. So pretty much anything you get from me is a one of a kind. That's just what I like to do. So do you have anything? What is it? Did that say? Do you have anything? So I was about 3 feet from the flood. I was about 3 feet. It literally came about 3 feet from me. So, but people I work with and stuff, was having, got flooded out. I was, our septics, because here in the RV park, the flood came through and all that sludge and stuff went into the septics because we couldn't dump our tanks or anything for like a week. So luckily we had dumped right before the storm. So we were okay, but there was people that was having to go elsewhere to use their showers and everything else. So the whole town, it was just sad. The whole town was just completely flooded. The dealership they have here, we have one car dealership, and that dealership, all the Ford dealership, all their cars went floating away. I don't know if they were able to save any of their cars. So all the businesses on that main street got destroyed. It's sad to see all of that happened. Thanks for all the gifts and thanks for all the shares. Y'all were at 29K taps. 29K taps this morning. Thank you so much. Y'all are awesome. I have to say, I think I'm giving a big shout out to all y'all because our community that we have, this is growing and growing and growing, and y'all make a fun live in the mornings. Y'all make it a fun live. So y'all are a part of this just as much as I am. So I appreciate all y'all. And if I'm able to teach y'all how to do something and you learn something from me, that makes my day. That completely makes my day. So, what'd you say? So do I. It's the best way to start the mornings. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I love the mornings with y'all. So I'm about to leave for Kentucky in a few. Are you seriously? So they have a Renaissance Festival here. They have a Renaissance Festival. Well, thank you very much. They have a Renaissance Festival here. And I was like, and I had actually contacted them about doing something. But y'all, it goes from January to March. And you have to be there every day. I can't do that. I work a regular shift. So I was like, oh my gosh, I would love to. But you have to send pictures. Let me know how it goes for you. Good vibes to you. Good vibes to you. I'm hoping you have lots and lots of sales. Lots and lots of sales. Because that's a very popular event. That is a very popular event. So now we're back to our marker again. So that's the nice thing about you have a clip. So you know you're changing to the other side. Changing to the other side there. So coming over the top, coming over the top. Back that way. I'm actually considering doing a craft fair. Haven't done one in a couple of years because last year I did one 3 times in a row, y'all. 3 times in a row. In Arizona, they have these things. They're called haboobs. And it's literally a rainstorm that's all, I don't know, it's a nightmare. That comes through and that one hit me that time. The next time and destroyed a bunch of my stuff. The next time a rainstorm hit and completely rained me out. And y'all, it hits so quick that you're not able to get your stuff up and out. So it ends up, you know, nobody wants a used quilt or used stuff that you've washed. So all those items that you know, because they're recoverable items, but you end up having to wash them, but then they're no longer new items. So needless to say, you can't really sell them that way. So needless to say, they become gifts, which worked out okay because I just gifted them out. So, but 3 times in a row that year, y'all. So after 3 times in a row of that happening, I quit. I'm like, nope, no more craft fairs today. No more craft fairs. So I haven't done a craft fair in a couple of years. Have not done a craft fair in a couple of years. So I don't know. I'm considering. I may do one. I don't know. Might do one in December. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Might do one in December. This is going to be cool, Deidre. If you're still on here, Miss Deidre, this is going to be the gorgeous. Be like, sorry, I'm not sending it to you. Haha, not needs to be an right. Absolutely. I need to do an indoor one. I've never done an indoor one. All the ones I've ever been to are always outside. So I would love to do an indoor one. I need to find me an indoor one. I've considered doing, because they have the state fair here, but same issue with the state fair. You've actually you have to do your booth every day. I would have to take a vacation. I'm like, I don't know. I need to find an indoor one that it doesn't require. Oh, here we're back to I'm loving the clip idea, y'all. I came up with that today. I'm loving the clip idea that tells you you're on the next one and you got to go opposite with your rope. So we're going to take a circle piece of fabric, and we're going to seam a piece of that fabric onto the bottom. We're going to cut the edges with the pinking shears. We'll cut the edges with the pinking shears. So that way the bottom of it has this pretty fabric too. It'll be cool. When you, hold on, when you sell your wrists, do you wash them? No, I do not. I do not wash my quilts before I send them off. A lot of people do, I guess, but no, I do not. So I do, I don't know. I never thought about washing them before I send them, so. Hey, Miss Lisa. We're going to be quilting, probably be quilting, can you wash the bowl? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. I haven't tried, but I'm sure you can. Maybe I'll have to try. Tell you what, I will try washing one today, and Monday I'll let you know how it turns out. I'll let you know how it turns out. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. We're almost done with this one. We are almost done. We're going to get to the end here. With the strips, these are 1-inch strips, but you can use whatever size strips you want. And the length of the strips is pretty much however big a bowl you want. So I just took the width of the fabric, cut a 1-inch strip, and then cut that 1-inch strip in half. Is what I did. So we're getting close to the end. Close to the end, yeah. Out so pretty. I'm excited. I'm excited. Once you guys see the whole thing, you're going to be excited. Okay, so now we're back to our clip again. Back to our clip again. So now we're coming underneath with the rope. Coming underneath with that rope. Underneath. I think that stitch just helps too. I know, y'all are just gonna, that's my go-to stitch, y'all. That is literally just my go-to stitch, is this blanket stitch, y'all. Makes it turn out very, very, it just works. It just works. Sorry, we're just getting close here. You're like, you quit talking. I know, I quit talking. Look, we're getting so close. We are so close, y'all. So close. Oh, I almost went the wrong way. Come back this way. I was doing so well, and I almost went the wrong way with the rope. Almost did it again. I'm excited to see this finished, y'all. I am excited to see this finished. Excited, excited, excited here. Do not sew your finger, Carrie. So now we're back to the beginning again. We are so close, y'all. So close to the end of this rope. Almost thinking. Trying to think if we think we need to stop with the fabric. So I think we're going to cut. So we're going to cut this fabric off. Yeah, this is just one thing of rope. So this is just one thing of rope. Is that not cute? Look, it kind of curved. How cool is that? It kind of curved. Y'all see the rope? It kind of curved around. So I'm thinking right now we're going to cut off this. We're going to cut the fabric off. We are going to cut the fabric off. Miss Deidre, I don't know if you're on here, but this turned out gorgeous. This turned out gorgeous. So we're going to go ahead and cut the fabric off because literally, y'all, I'm to the end of my rope. I am to the end of my rope. So yes, just one thing of rope. 50 feet of rope. 50 feet of rope. So we're going to go ahead and cut. We're going to go ahead and cut this off. And then we have another one that we can use. I don't know if we make some coasters or something like that. Anything. And I'm leaving a little bit when I'm cutting it off. I'm leaving a little bit there just to cut it off. That way, trying to take screenshots. As you drive, Deidre, be careful, please. Be careful, please. I did, Miss Cynthia. It is tile. It says rope bowl. Right? Tell her, Deidre. We don't want to come to the hospital to see you. Right? Is that going to be a gorgeous fruit bowl? Here we go. So we're trimming this off. I'm excited. I am excited. This is going to be gorgeous. Going to be gorgeous. All right. Y'all, check that out. Oh my gosh. It is a luminaire too. It's a luminaire too. Check that out. And we're going to add, so this fabric here, let me finish it. Oh, I have one more that needs cut off. This fabric we're going to add to the bottom too. We're going to add to the bottom. So here we go. Thanks, coolest dad. I appreciate it. We need to keep everybody safe. We need to keep everybody safe, right? I'm excited. I'm excited. Let's finish this off. Let's finish this off right quick. We're going to finish this off. So here we go. I am excited, excited. So here's that piece of fabric. So we're going to kind of put your rope right over the top, and it's just going to cinch that off right there. Cinch that off right there. Here comes this other one. Put that right over the top of there. That's why you just leave just a little bit of fabric there. That way you can kind of sandwich that rope onto that piece of fabric, and that way it gets rid of that end. It gets rid of that end there. So here we go. Sewing around. We're so close to the end. So close to the end. I need to get a piece of leather here that we can add to the end. Everybody ends theirs off a little differently. I use a piece of leather. It's just what I do. Everybody does it differently, so. And that one off. I'm excited on this one, y'all. Thanks for requesting this, Deidre. Thank you for requesting this, because that's what happened. People request them, like, oh, well, we need to make a few other ones of those. We need to make a few other ones of those. All right, so that's the end of the fabric. So now we're just going to stitch around here. We'll have a couple loops around of just the rope at the top. Almost to the end here. I'm excited. I am super excited because I love fall colors. I love the fall colors. And adding orange. I don't know where I got brown. Sorry, I don't know where I even thought of brown, but orange is a much better idea. It completely matches like the sunset with that wolf in the middle. Matches that sunset with the wolf in the middle there. The end, y'all. End of the rope. Sorry if I'm missing comments. I apologize. Comes the end of the rope. Here comes the end, y'all. Alright, so I'm going to sew that off to the end, and I'm going to get a piece of, there's that. Let me grab a piece for the end there. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I am excited. This is too much fun. Too much fun, y'all. Too much fun. Let me get a piece of that one. Hold on, y'all. I'm cutting a piece here. Cutting a piece here. Turn my iron on because we're going to need that iron. We are going to need that iron. Okay. So I take, so here we go. So now 40K. Oh my gosh, coolest stat. That is awesome. How are y'all getting to 40K? You guys are awesome. How did you place the pick in the middle? So it is a DTF transfer. A DTF transfer. Is that not the coolest? It is the coolest thing. It is the coolest thing. So we're actually going to add, we're going to add a piece. I'm going to show y'all how to add a piece of fabric on that bottom side. How to add a piece of fabric on that bottom side. Look at that. Oh my gosh. It is so cool. Tapping ninjas. Y'all are tapping ninjas today, right? Oh my gosh. I am excited. I'm excited. So I take pleather. It's just, I don't know, cheap leather. Is that what it is? Imitation leather. So awesome. 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 I am so happy. I am so happy. So we're going to put this here. I got it a little long. We're going to make it just, so making matching rugs. You need matching rugs? Imitation leather. Yes, imitation leather. So we're going to make that just a little bit smaller. And you can use whatever you can. There's so many different ways that you can end these off. So many different ways that you can end these off. Fox leather. Yes. So I'm going to put this right here. I don't know. I like the way it looks. I like the way it looks with this on there. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to stitch over, and stitch up. So I'm just going to stitch right around it. Matching mug rugs. Matching, if Deidre wants matching mug rugs, we could do matching mug rugs. That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool. I'm going to see how many more wolves I have. Have to see how many more wolves. I think I have a few. I'd have to look. Ta-doom. Sometimes it's hard. I think we need to go. We're going to go this way. Sorry, you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but. And it came unthreaded. Yeah, we did it with one bobbin too. We did it with one bobbin. How about that? Okay, let's try this again. Try to get it even on both the front and the back there. Turn it this way. Turn it this way. Pick up foot. Thank you. Thank you, foot. The leather is sticking to my presser plate here. It's like, nope, sorry. I just like the way it looks. Let me sew it on there. Let me sew it on there. Okay. I'm talking to the machine here. Talking to the machine. Okay. Cut you off there. All right, y'all. Over to the here. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I am so excited. We're almost done. We're not done yet. We have to add one more thing here. We have to add one more thing. I am jealous of your, I'll tell you. The automatic thread thing is, yeah, I'm with you on that. So the needles. So I use these needles, and they're just, it's just a universal needle. Just a universal needle. So I said, it's just cotton, clothesline rope, y'all. Clothesline rope. This is what I use. Go to Wally World and you'll find over in the it's like the hardware section where you have like the paint and like the tools and that stuff. You'll find this. You'll find this. So works out. All right, Miss Cynthia, don't work too hard. Don't work too hard, Miss Cynthia. Okay, so now we need to add a bottom to this. So we're going to add a bottom. We're going to go over on our live today a little bit. We are going to go over on the live a little bit today. So we are going to take and cut a circle. Where is my circle cutter? Hold on. I got to find my circle cutter here. Where are you at? Where are you at? It's in my mix. Here it is. Okay. So we're going to cut a circle. We are going to cut a circle. I need to see how I need to measure across there. We'll move this. I'm going to take, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take some Steam-A-Seam 2. Let me grab the Steam-A-Seam 2. So I'm taking this. There we go. So this is what I use for the bottom. So works out really well. I'm going to take a strip or a thing of this. Just one sheet. It comes in sheets. Comes in sheets. I got to clean my mess up, y'all. I got to clean my mess up. So what we're going to do is I'm going to turn this over and we are going to, yeah, I'm going to show you how the circle works. I'll show you how the circle works. So what we're going to do is I am going to measure across here with my tape measure. Mal saying morning this morning. So that is, it says 7 inches, more or less 7 inches across. So we're going to take this and it says a 7-inch circle. So I'm going to do the 8-inch because we're going to do some pink and shears around it. I did get my hair cut. I did. So, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do, because you do it on the fold. You do it on the fold. But I'm thinking, so what I do is I take, so you take this on the fold. So this is, that is your, where's it at? Fabric fold line. Okay. So your fabric fold line is this line up here. And then you take and you put that on the fold and then you draw your line. So I use a marker. So there is a cutter that, let me see if I can get you guys here so you can see. There is a, that was a good catch. I'm saying that was a good catch to myself. Ha. You guys went flying. Ha. You went flying there. So there is a cutter that'll actually cut circles like this, and you can try with your rotary cutter, but y'all, I've flipped out, right? We're having fun, right? So we're gonna do an 8-inch. So I'm gonna take a marker. I'm gonna mark the 8-inch circle here. I'm going to mark that 8-inch circle here. That worked. So I'm going to fold this in half too. I'm hoping that this is big enough for an 8-inch circle. I'm hoping. We're going to find out here. Put that on the fold. We may have to, well, we may have to play. We may have to play with that one. Might have to play. Where is my scissors? Scissors. Here we go. So I'm going to cut this off. Like I said, they have, there is a pair of, a rotary cutter that's made to cut those circles, but I do not have one of those rotary cutters, So I just use a marker. I mark it with a marker, and then I come back with my handy dandy scissors, and I cut that circle. Cut the circle. And that should give us a circle. So that's going to give us a circle. But what we need to do, because I don't think, oh, it is. Ha! Well, I guess that is big enough. Why did it not work on my, what am I missing here? What am I missing? We're going to put it here. I got to see which one I need to draw a line on. Where do I need to draw that line? On that one right there. You're a knucklehead, Carrie. You are a complete knucklehead. Marker. Marker. See, I call myself a knucklehead. That's okay. Yeah, it's a small, it's, oh gosh, I wish I could find it, but I don't use it enough, so I haven't ever gotten one. So, all right, cut another circle. We're going to press this on here, and then we're going to take those pinking shears, our handy dandy pinking shears. I hope they're not on my sewing table somewhere, because I got a mess going on my sewing table. I got to clean my sewing table up. Okay. This works out pretty well. So, okay. All right, my mess. Oh my gosh, I have got to clean my mess up, y'all. We've had so much fun this week that we have made a mess. I'm bringing y'all into this. You helped me make this mess. You helped me make the mess. I'm going to press that. We're going to press that first. Get that flat. Then I'm going to take this, because that seam has two sides. Has two sides on there. I'm going to take that. Oops. I'm going to take the one side off. And y'all, I've learned, fold up that paper and throw it in the trash, because there's sticky stuff on there. And I've ended up with sticky stuff on my thing there. So now we're going to put this, kind of line it up. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but line it up there. And now we're going to press this on here. Press this on here. Okay. So I'm going to let that sit a minute, because it's going to be hot. Hot. So once this sits a minute, we'll pull off that backing and we'll cut it. Oh, we'll probably cut it first. Yay, my pinking shears were down here. So pinking shears, y'all. If you don't have pinking shears, they are the ones that's got the teeth. They're the ones that's got those fun teeth on there. So, and they're actually called pinking. I'm like not exactly sure why they're called pinking shears, but that's okay. So now we're going to take, so we have this circle, and I want to add this around there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut around this circle here. Is it going to be perfect? Nope. Probably not, but it's okay, because it'll still look cool. It's one of those things, I don't know how to cut straight. I just like kind of curve around it. But this is going to keep the fabric from fraying, and that seam keeps the fabric from fraying. So you could totally have done this without the pinking shears, but pinking shears just make it that much nicer. Yay. So now we have that edge with there. Yeah. Kind of the same thing as they have a rotary with pinking blade. I have tried that rotary thing, and I have yet to make it work. Good morning, Nikki. Good morning. Okay. So we have this on here. So now we're going to take this, if I can get this, because like I said, we've pressed this on here. Pressed it on there. Maybe. All right. There we go. So now we've got it sticky. As you can see, it's sticky. It is sticky. So now we're going to take the bottom of this. We're going to take the bottom of this, and we're going to add it we're going to add this to the bottom of here. So I'm going to press this like this, and yeah, the rope bowl is, it'll go back to its original shape, I promise. So you can kind of press that in there. So we're going to just kind of go like this. So we've got it pressed in here. So now, what should, you could use heat and bond. I use, for this, y'all, I swear by Steam-A-Seam too. I swear by the Steam-A-Seam too. I used the heat and bond yesterday for the patches because that's what I've always used for them. I think you could probably use the, what do you call it? The Steam-A-Seam, but I don't know. It would probably work too. So we'll kind of go around the edges here. I'm just pressing in here, y'all, because that Steam-A-Seam just makes it stick to this fabric here. Because your rope is just fabric. Your rope is just fabric, y'all. Your rope is fabric. And this is just going to make this pop. This is just going to make this pop, y'all. I'm excited. I am excited. Excited. Okay. Now I'm going to flip this back out. I'm flipping out here, y'all. I am flipping out. Not really. Not really. I know you really can't see it when you're looking at it, but y'all, that just adds to it. That just adds to it. Woo, that's hot. I would totally get this one again. I will never use another iron. I will completely never use another iron. So, right? Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you like it, Miss Deidre. I am so glad you like it. It turned out gorgeous. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely. Let me know when you want me to go to this. I can do some more pictures for you. So here's the bottom. Here is the sides. The side is just, it's just gorgeous. Gorgeous. You are very welcome. I'm in love with this. Look at that. Is that not cute? Oh my gosh. I'll send you a link, Miss Deidre. I'll send you a link. That is just gorgeous. And if you get it to me, if you process the link this morning, I'll ship it out today. Good morning. How exciting, right? I'm excited, y'all. Oh my gosh. So much fun. We may have to do a, can I, absolutely. Shoot me a message. That way I can give you the link for it. Shoot me a message. That way I can give you that for, I really shouldn't say the L word. They get so mad at me. You are very welcome. Thank y'all for joining. I really appreciate y'all hanging out with me. I have so much fun with y'all hanging out with me, and y'all have just made my mornings. Y'all have literally made my mornings. I completely enjoy these lives. I learn new things. I love teaching y'all new things. So it is lots of fun. Oh my gosh, next week. What are we doing next week? We don't have the schedule for next week. We need to come up with a schedule. Mug rug day. Okay, we will do mug rugs. Okay, hold on. Mug rugs on the embroidery machine. We want to do mug rugs on the embroidery machine, or we want to do mug rugs in the sewing machine. Which one do you want to do? Embroidery machine? Okay, so let's get a schedule for next week. Y'all get to do the schedule. I need a schedule. Unplugged. Okay. So we can do both. How about we do both? We'll do one on the sewing machine. We'll start with the sewing machine. Okay, so hold on. We're going to do mug rug Mug rug day. We'll do mug rugs on, how about we do mug rugs Monday? We'll do mug rugs on Monday. Tuesday, you want to do the hand towels? Tuesday is hand towels. Is Tuesday. And I have a couple things. I have something I'm going to show y'all. Thank you. Oh, I'm excited. I spoiled myself yesterday. I went and got my hair done and got my nails done. Okay, so we have mug rugs on Monday. We have hand towels on Tuesday. What do we want to do Wednesday? What do we want to do Wednesday? We could do, let's see, what could we do Wednesday? Quilting. We want to do some more, yes, I hadn't done that in a while, Miss Ashley. Can you do a color changing rope bowl? Color changing rope bowl. Like, oh, different. Oh, absolutely. We can do that for Friday if you'd like. So Friday's rope day. Friday is my rope day. So we'll do a color changing bag holders. Oh, like the grocery bag holders? Wacky Quilt Wednesday. We can do Wacky Quilt Wednesday. Kind of like the abstract one that we did. Okay, so let's do that. So we'll do Wacky Quilt Wednesday. And then we do bag holders on Thursday. Bag holders Thursday. And then I'm putting color changing rope bowl. Color changing rope bowl. Okay. See, I like y'all. Y'all get to choose what we do. Lower half of an apron. We'll have to add that. We'll have to add that one too. We'll have to add that one. So, Halloween theme. We may do some. I think we'll add Halloween Tuesday. Tuesday is hand towels. We are doing here. Let me show you. So I have a. Where's that? Zoom. Hold on, I'm going to show y'all what we're going to do because I have a, oh, we could do these. We could have fun. So we have, here it is. We are going to be doing this one. We're going to be doing this. So we're going to be the die cuts out this stuff. So we're going to be adding that 4:30 in the morning. I am on 4:30 a.m. Arizona time, which is Mountain Standard Time. So it's currently 6:51 here. So yeah, so this will be the towels. These will be the hand towels, but I have a second hand towel to show y'all too. So it's kind of fun. I did it when I was doing BP. When I was doing BP, I did those. So, and they're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. So we have the schedule for next week. We have that schedule for next week. Monday's mug rugs, Tuesday's hand towels. Wednesday, we're going to do a wacky quilt. We're going to do a wacky quilt on Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to make bag holders. That's for your grocery bag holders. And Friday, we're going to do a color changing rope bowl. So great schedule, y'all. Great schedule for next week. And y'all, how fun is that? How fun is that? So, I don't know if I'll pop on this weekend or not. I do have, I'm excited too. I'm excited too. I have a few videos that I'm going to make because I have next week. And then the following week, y'all, I'm going to be gone in Orlando. But what I'm going to try and do this weekend, I'm going to try and get 5 videos made. I'm going to try and get 5 videos made. That way I can post videos every day that I'm in Orlando. That way you still get to have some fun with me. Sorry, we won't be interacting. So, but, I'll be gone for a week, so I gotta have something. There goes his Paragord stock. I'm telling you. So, yes. Beverly, next week's gonna be fun. It'll be fun next week, so it'll be a lot of fun. So, absolutely. Thank y'all for joining today. Thanks for joining. I appreciate it. I will see y'all on Monday for Mug Rug Day. Monday's gonna be Mug Rug Day. 5 days no sewing. You're telling me I'm gonna go through withdrawals. Yes, I know, I will. It's gonna drive me nuts. So, but you guys have a great day. happy Friday to you. Enjoy your weekend. Hopefully everybody stays safe and has a wonderful weekend. What time do you come on? So I come on at 4:30 in the morning. I come on at 4:30 in the morning, Arizona time. It's 6:53 here right now. So whatever time it is for you. I think ours is Mountain Standard Time is the time zone, because we don't change time. We don't ever change time. So I don't ever know what time it is everybody else. Thank you. I appreciate the prayers. I appreciate the prayers. I'm hoping that we all stay safe. I hope we all stay safe. So, but anyways, y'all have a wonderful weekend. I will be reposting this live this afternoon. Once they get it all processed, I'll repost it again on my YT and FB page. So you guys all have a wonderful day, and thanks for the fun with the rope bowl. Thanks for the fun with the rope bowl. Bye, y'all.